We have a breaking news from Kenya. Kithure Kindiki is nominated by President William Ruto as a deputy president following the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua on 17 October and received the approval of the Senate. But this is, however, without, although the High Court ordered another hearing for October 24, the Senate has approved the nomination of the president for Kithure Kindiki to be a deputy president. That is really a breaking news, as no one expected it. It will be without really hearing the October 24 the October 24 hearing. Now, here is what it says in detail, like in what you have to know. The main thing is that Kindiki has been serving as the Interior Cabinet Secretary for about years, meaning in William Ruto's administration, and he previously also served as the senator of Tharaka Nithi County for 2 terms, that is 10 years, that is during Uhuru Kenyatta's administration. Now, President Ruto has nominated Kindiki, who is the Interior Cabinet Secretary, as the next deputy president following impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. That is now he will be a running mate for William Ruto in the 2027 election. Now, Kindiki's name has been submitted to the National Assembly, where MPs, the Member of Parliament, are expected to vote on it, and they have approved it, actually. Speaker Moses Wetangula announced the appointment in a special sitting convened on Friday, that's today. It says, quote, "I have received message from the president on the nomination of Professor Kithure Kindiki to fill the vacancy in the office of the deputy president of Republic of Kenya." That's what the speaker said. Now, the constitution says what? Now, the constitution says that once the president submits the nomination to the National Assembly, the MPs shall vote to reject or endorse the name. There is also no requirement for a 2/3 majority. He will then be sworn into office after being approved. Now, Kindiki has been serving as the Interior Cabinet Secretary already for about 2 years, ever since Ruto came to power. Previously, during Uhuru Kenyatta time, for 2 terms, that's about 10 years, he served as senator for Tharaka Nithi County. And Kenya has this American type thing, senator, Congress, this and that. Now, he previously, in the run-up to the 2022 general election, Kindiki was among the favorites to become Ruto's running mate, but Ruto eventually settled with Rigathi Gachagua, who is now impeached. He would later on explain that he picked Gachagua, meaning when Ruto explains, because of his age, and he thought they would understand each other better. Now, Kindiki is younger, relatively. At the start, Gachagua's impeachment, there was talk of Kindiki being the next in line to replace him on many quotas. Opinion leaders and polls also picked Kindiki as the favorite choice for deputy president in case Gachagua's ouster was successful. Kindiki also received endorsement from the list, from at least 69 elected leaders from the larger Mount Kenya region to be their link with the Kenya Kwanza administration. Endorsement also came from members of county assemblies and the youth, among others. Okay. Now, what you have to know is Kindiki comes from Mount Kenya, the same where the fan base of the fund, where there is the most of the votes of William Ruto comes, and Mount Kenya has these 7 or 6 towns altogether, regions altogether, and one of them is Meru. So he comes from Meru. But the thing is, will that now enable for William Ruto in the 2027 election to gain the votes that he has got in 2022? No, I mean, because last time I have explained here the consequence, or what the ouster of Rigathi Gachagua, the impeached deputy president, means. This means now definitely the 2027 election running, the presidential running, will not be easy for Ruto, because most of the votes that came from Mount Kenya is because Gachagua, the impeached deputy president, is famous there, and that was automatically, of course, it was easy for Gachagua to convince that region and bring that vote for Ruto. Now this will be splitted. People might still continue supporting Gachagua, and then some maybe Ruto. So that vote will get splitted. Another thing, again, now since this ouster is real, what it means is that now Kenyans will start to impeach more authorities, more government officials, because now that they have seen this is possible, they will go after each and every official, that public office holder, that's not serving to the best interest of Kenyans, and this, that will make it really, in a way, maybe sometimes good, but most of the time, it will have this, power vacuum. Let us know in the comment section what do you think of this. But for now, I think some started already to react on this. They say this is not really a good choice for Ruto given the 2027 election. Others say this is a good choice. For those of you actually who wants to answer the question, who is Kithure Kindiki, this new nominated deputy president, let me share this with you. We will listen to it, together.
Replacement of former DP Rigathi Gachagua did not come as a surprise. He was the favorite in 2022 when President Ruto, then a candidate, decided to go with Rigathi Gachagua in spite of opposition and widespread outcry. Our reporter Grace Nganga looks at the 52-year-old scholar turned political heavyweight.
Power is indeed fleeting. It could go as fast as it come. Hours after Rigathi Gachagua was removed as the second in command, President William Ruto picked Interior Cabinet Secretary Professor Kithure Kindiki as his deputy. Kindiki is not a surprise candidate. In 2022, he was the front-runner for the position of deputy president. MPs had recommended him as running mate, but Ruto opted for Gachagua after a 17-hour meeting between the coalition and 3 rounds of voting, each of them said to have favored him. So, who is Abraham Kithure Kindiki? Born in 1972 in Tharaka Nithi County, the father of three is a professor of law with a stellar career in human rights law, a great track record for a person who could later venture into the murky world of politics. He attended Irunduni Primary School, then Lenana School, before graduating with a law degree from the University of Nairobi. His background is as humble as his demeanor. A son of an evangelist in Irunduni village, Kindiki has 9 siblings. He studied law at Moi University before moving to South Africa for his master's and PhD from the University of Pretoria. Kindiki began public service in 2008 when he was appointed secretary for the National Cohesion and Reconciliation Outfit by the late President Mwai Kibaki. He resigned after 3 months, citing lack of political goodwill to resettle victims of the 2007 post-election violence. In 2011, Kindiki thrust into the limelight after he was chosen by Ruto to join his legal team to fight off charges of crimes against humanity at the Hague-based International Criminal Court. Prior to his appointment as cabinet secretary, Kindiki served as a senator for Tharaka Nithi between the years of 2013 to 2022. That also saw him serve as the coveted position of majority leader until 2017. He later served as the deputy speaker at the Senate after the 2017 elections. However, following the fallout between Ruto and then President Uhuru Kenyatta, he was among the casualties and was stripped of that position. Though praised by his supporters for having a common touch, the soft-spoken lawyer professor has more recently come under fire of alleged police brutality during deadly anti-government protests that rocked the country early this year that saw the death of up to 60 people.
If you look at what happened in the last 2 months in this country, the demonstrations and the kind of thing that happened, in my view, you look like somebody was lost. Your presence was not being felt.
Kindiki was among the cabinet secretaries that were sent home after President William Ruto bowed to pressure from the Gen Z, but was later reinstated in the same position. He now replaces Rigathi Gachagua, who was sent home by Parliament. Grace Nganga, KTN News, Nairobi.
Well, the apparent rise of Interior CS Professor Kithure Kindiki to the second in command if all goes well. Now, this
So that will answer who is Kithure Kindiki, that is nominated by the president to be the deputy president and the running mate in the 2027 election. You tell us what you think of this choice by President William Ruto. Well, especially, I would like to hear from Kenyans, would like whether this will help Ruto. I mean, our interest is actually not really if it helps Ruto, if it is really good for Kenyans. Please share your view in the comment section. Thank you very much for tuning in. Go ahead and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that so far. Give it a like if you find this video informative enough, and share the video with others. Do not keep the knowledge and information only to yourself. So please also you can help us through our PayPal account. That will really help us to be here more often. Thank you again, and it's a bye-bye from me for now.